I'm here with Brandon Snell, the MX System Product Manager for the US. And Brandon, can you give us just a quick intro? Like, what is the MX System exactly?
The MX System is our new product line that essentially is taking the traditional cabinet like you see here, right? Taking those components, repackaging them into functional modules, and moving them outside of the cabinet onto the machine in an IP67 form factor so that it can be mounted in even some of the harshest environments.
Wow, cool. So cabinet-free automation.
Cabinet-free automation, exactly.
Okay. We know there's a lot of cost savings for wiring and installation, all that stuff from an OEM perspective. From an end user perspective, there's some concerns, always with different than an OEM. So for end users, one of the number one things they're concerned about is downtime. So is there something here that maybe helps a little bit with downtime or that concern from an end user perspective?
I think there's a lot of things that help with the downtime perspective with the MX system. One of probably the easiest things to talk about for downtime is the ease of replacing components. We have a single tool, a T25 torque screw, that we use to loosen up and remove and replace modules. So if you had some sort of issue there, we can use that, right? Another side of that is actually the diagnostic capabilities. So for example, this servo drive here is main drive, has a little QR code there. And we have a diagnostic app that connects over Bluetooth. And you can come up and then scan that little QR code and know exactly what's going on with this module.
Okay.
We can diagnose it and figure out how to fix it.
Okay, so a maintenance technician, instead of having to bust out a laptop and a manual and whatever, they really just come over quickly and say, okay, hey, can I check out some LEDs? Can I pull up this app? Can I see what's going on with the system right away? And then, like you mentioned, if there was a problem with something, then basically it's unscrewing it, 4 screws here, replacing. Is that's what you're saying?
That's exactly it. We've got our 4 screws here. You'd unscrew 4 from this, pop it off, put another one in, screw it in, and you're ready to go.
Okay, awesome. And it looks like, just us standing here, it looks like this thing seems to be a little smaller. And that's kind of a concern with end users as well, right? So anytime you get a facility and you want to add more stuff, I know I worked at a manufacturing facility where if we squared 1 square meter, we would spend a lot of money to try to save 1 square meter in footprint. We get more machines in, we didn't want to build a new facility. So does it help? It seems like it should.
It definitely does, and you're right. That's a topic that's been discussed for quite a few years now. We've seen some of our own customers starting to put cabinets on top of their machine.
Which makes it fun to work on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like how easy is that to access? Is now you got to get a ladder just to open a door and try to do that fully suited.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
With the MX system, we don't need that. For one, right, we have that direct access to it. For two, as you can see, the kind of the functional side of it, we're able to put in a much smaller footprint here because of the passive cooling capabilities that we have built into these modules. We don't have to have that extra space in the cabinet.
Yeah.
Right? And like I said, each of these modules then are kind of this functional version of what we've seen from the traditional cabinet.
Okay.
So it really does help quite a bit. I mean, we've seen somewhere by volume, somewhere up to 90% reduction by going from a traditional cabinet to an MX system.
Wow. That's huge. The other thing I'm seeing with the blinky lights is thinking about power requirements. So that seems to be a thing with the end users as well. As you start getting these big manufacturing facilities, and how much power draw is this taking? Is it really efficient and more of a green initiatives? Is there maybe something that helps there with the MX system?
There definitely is, and you're right. It's a topic that's been coming up more and more. End users are asking for this, right? They're asking for more diagnostic information on their energy usage. And putting that in a traditional cabinet you can do, but a lot of times the machine builders forget about it, or
it's all added components.
It's all added stuff. On the other hand, with our power modules, our power supply modules, all of this has built-in energy management, right? So your current transformers, your voltage measurement, we're getting all of that data in real time, already built into this module. It's not something extra you have to do.
Yeah, I'm assuming you could use that data as well to monitor kind of the health of the system, right? If you see it current usage go up over time, for example.
Absolutely. So you can bring that data into our TwinCAT Analytics product, for example, right? And monitor that over time.
Yeah.
Or you can use the diagnostic app on your phone and see what it is right now. So you get all sorts of options with that data at that point.
Okay, cool. All right, well, thanks for giving us a little run through on the system.
You're welcome. Thank you, Damon.
All right, and for you guys, want more information on the MX system, just visit us on our website at Beckhoff.com. We have a dedicated landing page for MX with multiple videos and more information. And if you're interested in what would a system look like with MX, so we could take an existing system and do an analysis and help you configure what that system would look like for bill of materials in the MX system and talk through some of those advantages. So again, just go to Beckhoff.com and reach out. We'd love to talk to you more about the system.